Now that you've learned about how to find relative minor, let's go ahead and see how that applies to the keyboard. We've already found major scales on the keyboard by using our whole and half step pattern, and now we're going to translate those major scales into relative minor. Let's start with one of the easiest again, which is C major and has no sharps or flats. So if I set up for C major on the piano keyboard, I'm going to use my tetrascale position and cover all of the keys. C major happens to have no sharps or flats. Now if I want to find the relative minor for C major, we know that the relative minor is 3 half steps away. So I take the tonic note, the starting note for C major, and I move 3 half steps down or to the left on the keyboard. 1, 2, 3. That puts me on A. So C major and A minor are relative keys. They're related because they share the same key signature. So C major has no sharps and flats. 3 half steps down, A minor also has no sharps or flats, but it has an entirely different sound. So here's C major again. And we move down to A instead as our starting note. Has a very different sound. We tend to think of major as being more cheerful, minor as being maybe a little bit more intense or sad, and it definitely adds a different character to music when you compose in a minor key. So we have our major scale, and by moving the starting note 3 half steps lower, but maintaining the same key signature or the same series of sharps and flats, then we get a minor sound to our scale. Let's try it with a different major scale. So we'll move to D major. Now I could take the time to set up with my whole step and half step pattern, but here's where my end result would be. We have F sharp and C sharp in the key signature. So to find the relative minor for D major, I need to again go 3 half steps down or to the left. So from D, 3 half steps down is 1, 2, 3, B. So instead of starting on D and having an F sharp and C sharp, I'll instead start on B and have an F sharp and a C sharp within my scale. This will give us a minor sound. Let's hear what it sounds like. So we had the same set of sharps in D major as in B minor, but a totally different sound, and they're 3 half steps away from each other. Let's try one more. Let's say we start on B flat. We'll start down here. So B flat major, if we followed the whole step and half step pattern, we'd end up with B flat on the top and bottom, and then E flat kind of in the middle. Now you'll notice that when I'm playing these scales that have more sharps or flats, I move my fingertips higher on the white keys, and that way I don't have to curl them under or do anything that would be uncomfortable in terms of hand position. So don't be afraid to play on that narrow part of the white keys. It's okay. All right, so here we have B flat major. And then if we move 3 half steps down from B flat, 1, 2, 3, keep the same B flat and E flat accidentals. We start on G and we'll have a minor sound. And this is how we find the relative minor scale related to the major scale on the keyboard.